So he started asking the kids questions, and I get irritated because I'm like stereotyping these young dudes, and they were just like, "Oh no, they're explaining. Oh no, our girlfriend did this and this, and you see it's genuine." And so I start checking the cops. I say, "Hey, why you asking them questions? That's personal. These is minors." I start talking to them. Boop, boop. Next thing I know, because I believe they seen my car, they was like, "Oh, he in a suit in a BMW. Next thing you know, they start like whispering, and one cop gets out, and he's pressing the kids in a sense with the questions from the back. One dude is at the front. So now I'm just leaning on my car, observing the whole situation, making sure they're asking these kids the right questions, if they're whatever. And then I had a talk with the boys afterwards.
Okay.
But I was able to, whatever I had to say, get those cops to leave those kids alone because they got nervous and they bounced out.
Okay. So, all right. Also, I have a question.
To me, that was a toxic situation.
I have a question for you. As far as like toxic situations, what do you do, or how do you deal with a toxic situation when it becomes a friend, a family member, somebody that's close to you, man? That right there.
I've had a few of those recently, and I'm not even a toxic person. I don't even like that stuff.
Hey, to each his own.
Hey, listen, man. Listen. I do my best not to deal with drama, man. I do my best not to engage with people who want to be dramified. Like, I've never been that person. However, I had a couple of situations with some close people, and the situation wasn't nowhere what they made it out to be. Like, literally so far left. And instead of taking me, because they've known me for so many years, they know my character, instead of taking me for face value and saying, look, oh, you know what? Maybe he is right on this one. Or at least let me talk to him with some honor and respect. I got cussed out and called names and talked about. And I was just like, at this point, how do I deal with it? Answer your question real short. With me, I say, I'm going to pray for you and I'm going to keep it moving. You know what? I don't even have to necessarily block you. I don't have to do none of the stuff to engage. The Bible says a fool can't argue with themselves. I'm not going to argue with you. For what?
You know what, man? I feel you with that. You know what I'm saying? And more, me now, I come at it two ways. We can talk about it, or we don't have to talk about it. Right. You know, so if it's something that happened or something that's going on, and a lot of times, man, everybody has something going on in their mind that has nothing to do with nobody else other than what's going on in their mind. You know, right. So if it's something so for me, man, toxic situations, if it's something that we can talk about, let's sit down and holler. Either we, you know, if it's like two men, we two men, let's sit down and we talk about as two men. And if you're dealing with your lady or just a female in general, we can sit down and talk like two adults, man. But if you don't want to do that, then I just leave it at that.
However, this is what I've been able to do too in the past. I'm okay with mediators. Mm-hmm. I remember being in a situation where one of my exes had a hard time just being honorable and respectful in the conversation. She only could see her point. And I was like, look, if you got to interrupt, if you got to be rude and disrespectful, look, let's get some real good friends that we know is going to be safe with our information. Mm-hmm. We were able to write down what was going on and some of the things that we had never done that before. Yeah. Let's write down our issues. And then almost like writing the other person a letter.
Yeah. Okay.
Write down our issues and then let each person see. And we deal with this one issue first. Mm-hmm. We might have 10 on the list, but let's deal with this one. And let me speak without interruption. And that's what they were there for. Mm-hmm. And it helped the toxic situation turn around because one, the other person didn't want to look bad. They didn't want to. They didn't want to save face. They was like, "Oh, I don't want to be looking like how I be at the house."
Yeah.
You feel me? What it did was it allowed us to air out some things and change a toxic situation to more.
You know what? And to piggyback.
Oh, real quick. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. You feel me?